Hey guys, it's Smalls. We're back. We're here for it, and I'm here with Mike and Sean, and we all know something big just happened. Let's hear about it.
Wait, what's the name of this show?
Goat Talk.
Do you have anywhere like I could see updates, maybe on social media?
Yeah, so if you guys want to follow us on Instagram, it's kind of complicated because, Sean made it, so it couldn't
my
have been
fault.
simple then. So it's G.O.A.D._talk. And that's our Instagram. And if you want to follow us on Twitter for some more recent updates, it's G_O_A_T_talk.
Double underscore in between.
Attaboy.
I'm proud of you.
Anyways.
You got it. All right. What's our first topic,
Hit
Gabby?
me with it. You were just saying something big just happened.
Yes. So
What do we got?
if you've been watching Goat Talk since episode 1, you already know. Your boy brought the sauce, and he called Carmelo Anthony to the Portland Trailblazers. Sam Allen, someone who's been on this show, has called this as well, and I think it's a great fit.
Ellie, you go first. Is that all you have to say?
I mean, I was going to see what you said. Hopefully nothing dumb. You know, Gabby, you know where the buzzer is?
Oh,
Bro,
it's not on
she
right
can't
now.
reach it.
Hey,
Ouch. They're just rolling in today, aren't they?
It's easy today.
It
Look,
is incorrect buzzer, by the way, if we get to that.
It's not on.
Hate to see it.
We'll
look,
get into it in
I
break.
think Melo deserves a shot. I don't know how I feel about him though. I just feel like I really don't know how I feel about it. I mean, I think he can be good on Portland, but Portland's always been a weird team to me. Like I like the Blazers. I love their backcourt of Damian Lillard and CJ McCollum, but there's just always been that team that's been a middle of the pack team to me. And I mean, obviously Melo's not going to be a difference maker that brings them to a championship, but I just feel like he's a weird fit there. I don't know why. Like I don't have a specific reason for why I don't think he fits. Like if he signed with a different team, like I could get into the analytics of it and give you a reason why. I don't really have there's nothing analytically that proves he'd be a bad fit in Portland. It's a weird fit to me. You know what I mean? Well, you think he's a good fit, but I
I think it's a great fit. I've been thinking this should have happened. And you know who I'm surprised actually didn't take a shot on him?
Who?
The Warriors.
Dude, that team would have been horrible defensively. Well, Portland's not going to be the best defensive team either, but
But here's the thing: if I'm Golden State,
someone
letting Melo-
someone just texted that to me after I said that. Who's listening? They said, talk about bad they'll be on defense. They're going to be bad on defense. I'm not saying Melo's going to
Portland?
start, but yeah.
they have Hassan to hold on the paint, though.
I don't like Hassan Whiteside's game. I don't like his game. His game is decent, but
Portland. Here's my thing: how good Portland was last year, they only got tremendously better.
I'm sorry. I think Portland peaked last year.
Peaked? How?
I think they peaked last year. I don't think they're going to be better. I don't think they're going to be better of a team than they were last season. I think last season was the best that they'll be with Damian Lillard and CJ McCollum. Now, I mean, I'm happy for Melo. Like I loved watching Melo growing up. Like he was one of my favorite players. I'm excited to see him at least on the court again, like hitting some shots. But he's not going to. I don't think he's going to do anything for them. To me, Melo to Portland is 10 points a game. He's getting 15 to 20 minutes off the bench.
Yeah, but they need that. That's exactly what Portland needs is a bench.
Yeah, but that's not going to put them over the top.
Is it though?
No, it's not. Melo's not going to put them over the top. Melo's the problem with the Blazers is two things. One thing really. They're a terrible defensive team, and Melo statistically on his career has been a terrible defensive player. It's a weird fit for me. Like, I think the one team that I could really see Melo playing for is the Celtics.
Shut up.
It's a weird. I know. Now hear me out. Melo would look weird in a Boston uniform, but basketball-wise, I think it makes a little bit more sense. The Celtics are a stable defensive team. They could use a scorer off the bench. I think Melo would have been a better fit there. I'm excited to see him on Portland, though. Like, I think he's going to look great in a Portland jersey. Like, I think the city kind of fits his personality a little bit. Like, personality-wise, I think it's a good fit. But basketball-wise, I'm not too crazy about it.
I don't know. I like this Portland team a lot because the first time in the Damian Lillard, CJ McCollum All-Star era, they have depth, and Nurkic is going to come back this year as well.
Dude, they lost some.
Who did they lose?
Mo Harkless, who was a good wing
Okay,
defender
they
for
got
them.
Hassan Whiteside, Pau Gasol, Nasir Little, Zach Collins, Rodney Hood, Mario Zonia, Kent Bazemore.
I have a bad thing to say about every single person you just said. Like, literally. I think Hassan Whiteside's a stat fluffer. I don't think he has too much of an actual impact on the game. He just grabs a lot of rebounds and block shots. He's good, but I don't think his like, I don't know. I've just never been sold on Hassan Whiteside, and I think Hazonya's overrated. The dude can shoot, but I think he's overrated.
I mean, he's a bench player.
Well, that's what Melo's going to be for them too.
Yeah, but that's what they need. That's what I'm trying to say.
I don't know. And then I don't like Zach Collins. Pau Gasol's like 40 years old. Well, he's a little bit younger than that. He's like 37, but
Let's see. He is 39.
Exactly, he's 39 years old. Pau Gasol, I probably doesn't
Another
even play.
bench player, though.
Come on, I don't like it. I'm sorry. I know we have other topics to talk about tonight. We only have a half hour, but I'm not too crazy about the signing of Carmelo Anthony. Don't get me wrong. I have been saying all season long that I want to see him play. I want to see the dude play, but I don't know. I just feel weird. I don't feel like Portland's the right spot for him. It looks good. Like he's gonna look like, look at this picture, dude. Like he's gonna look sick in a Blazers jersey. Don't get me wrong, but
That's
I mean,
what matters.
yeah, exactly. But look, if Melo didn't work out with Westbrook and Paul George, who I'm not a big fan of Westbrook, but if you didn't work out with those two guys, you're not going to work out with Damian Lillard and CJ
It all
McCollum.
depends on what his mindset's going to be coming in.
Well,
And the fact that he signed means he's taking a minimum deal because Portland does not have cap space.
right. Well,
I still haven't seen much on this, though.
yeah,
I saw
well,
one tweet, a Woj bomb, but
Yeah, well, the problem with Melo's career has been he's never been willing to step out of that role. Like, remember when he was on OKC and they did the press conference and he laughed about coming off the bench? He's never really been willing to accept that role. And I think he kind of did in Houston a little bit, but for whatever reason, it just didn't really work out for him there. So, I don't know. I'm hopeful for him. I just don't like the fit with the Blazers. I feel the Blazers are such a weird team to me. I don't know what it is. I like Lillard and McCollum as players. I don't really like them together as a backcourt because they're dreadful defensively. But at the same time, like I look at Lillard as an MVP candidate this year, possibly if the Blazers do well enough. I don't know. I'm mixed on it. I know we have football to talk about too, Gab.
yeah, let's get to
Do you
the
want
next
to transition
topic.
to football or do you want to stay on basketball?
Let's stay on basketball.
All right,
We can stay
if
on
we're-
basketball,
If
that's
we're
fine.
staying on basketball, let's talk a little bit about Doc Rivers. We know how
You
great
put that topic out there about Austin, didn't you?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
we know how great it feels to stick it to your parents, but in that setting, that's got to be crazy. That's got to feel awesome. He said that he loves his dad to death, but that felt really good to stick him and give him that technical foul.
Thanksgiving's going to be so
Wait,
awkward.
did you
Did you
watch
see him
it?
tweet that?
What was the context of
I did.
the foul? I didn't
He
see.
he was yelling on the court and he came out of the box.
He was just going like this to his dad.
No, but what prompted that? What happened with
Oh, it
Doc
was some
Rivers?
kind of foul call, and then Doc Rivers was fighting the ref, and then Austin was just up behind the ref doing this.
Well,
Tell
no,
him to tee him up.
he called the ref by his name, and then he said, "Hey, ref, he's out of the box. Give him a technical." And the ref complied and gave him a technical.
Yeah, I kind of like that though. Like Doc Rivers is. I don't know if you know this about Doc Rivers either. I feel like his dynamic with Austin Rivers since he's been in the NBA has been really weird. But I didn't know this until the other night. Did you know that Paul George,
Yeah.
who's on the Clippers now, used to date Doc
And
Rivers' daughter
cheated on
and
her.
cheated on her,
Yep.
and now he's playing.
He
on
cheated
Doc
on her
Rivers'
at a
team.
club in Miami.
That is wild.
Yeah.
And now he's on the Clippers.
How awkward is
I
that?
think it's
Did
hilarious.
he take him?
Nah. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, they traded for him.
yeah, but I don't know how much of a say Doc Rivers had. Well, I mean, it is Doc Rivers, so he probably had some sort of a say because he's a reputable guy. But I think that's hilarious. But I was watching the video of it, and it was like after Doc Rivers got kicked out of the game, like Austin was just laughing it off. Like,
Yeah.
he knew he was gonna get yelled at later. It was funny.
So-
I love their dynamic.
Melo's deal is non-guaranteed. None
you
of the
just get
money is
that?
guaranteed.
Oh, so he could get cut at any time.
Yeah.
Oof.
That's risky.
No, but like, that's okay though because, there's no guarantee that Melo's gonna work out.
No,
but
I
for
agree.
him, that's
Carmelo Anthony to me has just been like, I don't know what other word to use. He's just been like an enigma to me because I loved him growing up. Like the dude was a straight scorer in his early years on the Knicks and when he was on Denver, but his personality was always just such a big turnoff to me. Like I don't want to use the word immature because I don't think he's like maybe immature is the right word. I just feel like I think selfish is the right word. Like,
Mellow?
no matter where
Yeah.
he's been or no matter what team he's been on, it's all like he's always tried to make it about him. He did it in OKC. Like he probably didn't even want to be the third option on that team. And then I don't really remember the Houston situation. I don't know what ended with that, but
He didn't really play for them, and then they ended up cutting
He played
him.
10 games for them.
Yeah.
And he did decent. They cut him after he dropped like a 20-something point game, too. But Melo's that guy. You could just talk for hours about Melo's career and debate whether or not he's a Hall of Famer. I personally think he deserves to be in the Hall of Fame just because of, how great of a scorer he was when he was in his prime. But
That's a debate for another time.
yeah, we could talk about it. I go both sides on it. Like, I could argue for and against his Hall of Fame case.
The Austin Rivers direct quote to the reporters after the game, Doc's got to keep it cool.
That's all he said?
Yeah, Doc's got to keep his cool.
He didn't even call him dad?
No, he said Doc.
Wait, speaking of dads, what happened to LeVar Ball? I haven't heard anything from that guy in a long
Because
time.
he's not in LA anymore.
Yeah, but he could cause a ruckus in New Orleans.
Oh, really?
Dude, that guy could cause a ruckus in the middle of nowhere.
New Orleans is already a crazy place.
Nah, that's true.
All right, what do we got
What
next?
else?
Well, if we're gonna talk about picking people up, how about we talk about Colin Kaepernick?
This is
Oh, wow, that was a complete 180.
This is an interesting. I was surprised by it, and there was a list of teams that actually came out who were going. The Giants being one of them. Why? I don't know.
Okay, let me make this statement first, because this is such a hard topic to debate. Let's try to be as not political about this as possible. Is that fair?
Yeah, we'll
Fair.
stay neutral.
Okay, staying completely neutral, politically neutral. I think it's done for Kaepernick. He just I think he's good. Now I'm looking strictly football wise. I'm pretending the whole political thing didn't happen. He just hasn't played in so long. Like, you don't know what he's been doing in workouts on his own. He was a guy that I did really like watching play. Like, I loved when his Niners team went to the Super Bowl. Like, that was like one of my first seasons, like, really watching football a lot. So, like, I'll always remember that. But I mean, how old is he now?
31, 32.
See, I think it worries me with him because, and again, I'm completely removing the personality, the politics. I'm just strictly talking
32.
about his skill set as a football player. I was never really sold on him. Like, I loved watching him play, but I was never really sold on him being the franchise quarterback of a team because, and I don't know if it was just because his style, like, I think his style might work now if he was younger, but I think his style was too early. Like, I think back where the league was at that point was just all about pocket passing and, like, staying in the pocket, dropping back. But, like, now it's much more of a mobile league, so maybe he would fit better in this league. But, I mean, the dude hasn't played in a couple of years. Like, you don't know what kind of shape he's in.
Okay, well, him going out on that note, again, removing the politics, if he's going to come back to this and he understands the kind of hot water that he's in now. And so it's undeniable that he is working his butt off for this. But like, the question that I've got to ask is, like, he's good. He's a good player. You said it. Like, I think it, but the question I'm asking is, if let's say somebody does take him, all right?
Yeah.
Now, I think in that case, he's got to promise not to kneel. So for the program, because then the program will get hate, and then you'll get stuff with the fans, controversy with the fans. But if he doesn't kneel, then he's a hypocrite. So, like,
I see your point.
he's kind of in a bad situation himself. Is he going to stand by what he says, what he thinks is true, or is he going to take it so he can play out his dream and his love for football?
Right. Now, see, I'm going to just be honest here. I am so, like, neutral towards the kneeling thing. Like, I don't really have a strong opinion for or against it. But I get your point. Like, he's going to have a tough decision to make on if he's going to stick to his guns or if he's just going to comply and do whatever it takes him to get a job. But to Sean's point,
My point, I didn't even get there
well,
yet.
no, when you talked about the teams. So
I just pulled that up too,
Yeah, so
yeah.
the 11 teams are the Cardinals, the Falcons, the Browns, Broncos, Lions, Dolphins, Patriots, both New York teams, the Buccaneers, and the Redskins. And the workout is
So all three of our
Saturday.
teams are going to be there.
All three of our teams are going to be there.
My thing with Kaepernick, and then you touched on it a little bit, was his play style was he used his legs a lot. Now, he's 33 years old. He's been keeping in shape this whole time.
Has he? I haven't. I
He
just
has
haven't
been.
followed that. Okay.
He has been. He's been trying to get on a team since he got cut by the 49ers. And for me, like, if I'm a team and this workout goes well, let's see. I'm trying to think of an example here. If I'm the team like
Denver.
the Browns or like
I've been linking him to Denver.
Or Denver.
Yeah, I've always said that Denver, regardless of any politics.
I
or
don't think
anything like
LA
that,
will take the shot on him.
I don't think so
but
either.
A team like the Browns that's in win now mode, I think Kaepernick can give you 2 good years.
Dude, I think
And then I think he's done.
talking
Because
football-wise-
you got to think because he is old
Yeah.
and his play style is mobile quarterback. West Coast get outside the pocket and throw it. But he's also had 4 years of not getting hit, so he's got a little bit of extended time on his age range, on his prime, I should say.
right.
So I think Kaepernick can give you a couple good years. The only reason a team should sign him is if they're Super Bowl contenders.
That's fair. I mean, I think
If they have a Super Bowl level talent roster,
the Broncos.
then there's no reason they shouldn't take the shot.
I
on
think
him.
the Broncos are Super
the
Bowl.
Broncos are
talented
kind
also.
of cleaning house though this season.
That's a good point.
I think the Browns. Listen, bring them in, Baker. If you don't step it up, you're losing your job. Simple as that.
A little competitive edge.
I think the Browns, if anyone's going to get him.
You think so? The thing is that
A team like the Redskins I could see too,
But now
but
is-
there's just not enough talent on that team left
No,
anymore.
but you see, now you have to be
Hey,
picky
hey,
with what
hey.
team he goes on.
That's
'cause-
not any kind of shot over there.
No, but now is where the politics
you're losing
come
Trent
in.
Williams. It's like your best player.
Now is where the politics come in because now you have to be picky about what team signs him. Like if you send him to, if he signs with the Jets or the Giants, it's over. He's in New York.
The Jet, that's another team that I think could take a shot.
Yes,
on him.
but hear me out. Is a team in that type of media climate going to take a flyer on a guy like that? When I look at these teams, yes, I'm looking at their rosters, but I'm looking at their location. I'm looking at the New York media versus the Cleveland media or the Detroit media. Like there's a huge difference between the media in New England, New York. Trying to think of another team, Denver. Like those are like teams that like maybe not don't have the biggest medias, but like I'm looking at teams on this list that draw more media attention. Like I feel like for one reason or another, the Broncos are always in the news because of John Elway. The Jets and Giants are always going to be in the news because they're in New York. The Patriots are the Patriots. But like you look at it, even Cleveland. Cleveland's a circus. Like Cleveland's always in the news too.
Tampa too.
I mean, I think no matter how big or small the media platform is, even if they have the smallest media platform, they're going to jump all over this because they want more viewers and they want that. So like I think no matter how big or small, it's going to be a huge thing people are going to look to those platforms because he's gone there.
There is one team not on this list that I've thought Kaepernick would be a good fit in for the last couple years.
Let me see if it's the same one I'm thinking.
The Steelers.
Yes. That's why after Roethlisberger.
So I'm
retires.
surprised to not see them on this list, honestly. But it'll be interesting because teams like the Jets, the Browns, and the Broncos, just looking at the list alone, are like probably the top 3. I would say.
Yeah, but like the one thing with
Jets
the
at
argument
3,
is that
though.
just because the team signs him doesn't mean he's going to start there. Like
No, it doesn't.
Like none of
It
those
doesn't.
teams are going to sign him and
But
throw him into
a
the
team like
starting role.
Cleveland, it puts pressure on Baker to either at least improve or you're done.
Right.
Because you got to run out of patience with the guys at some point. Just
Right.
like Darnold, he's regressing. You know, that's a terrible sign. So if you put some pressure on him, it might end up actually rewarding Baker Mayfield into playing better. And what's the worst to get out of Kaepernick? You lose $5 million on a 1-year contract?
I think with a guy like that, it's a lot worse than that. I don't
What's
know.
Cleveland have to lose? How much worse can their reputation get?
Their reputation really can't get much worse.
The Jets too. No offense.
No, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
The way their season's going, and let's go right into the next topic with this.
But he doesn't have to. Before you go on the next topic,
Do you know where I'm going with this?
no, but yes, I do. Gase.
Yeah.
Yeah, but before you go on to the next topic, he doesn't have to be signed this season.
No, he doesn't.
This could be a workout, and then teams take this into the offseason. Teams that are looking for quarterbacks and say, "Hey, I have Kaepernick and I have quarterback
Not
A,
with this
quarterback."
draft class. No one's gonna sign him if they're not gonna wait for this season.
You think it's a
This draft class is way too talented.
yeah? But what if there's a team that doesn't get up to that top 3 or 4 in the draft but needs a quarterback?
I don't know. And I'm surprised the Patriots are even attending.
All right, so how about this? We'll be on the lookout for this story. The workout Saturday. We'll see
Yes.
how it goes. We'll talk about it next week. I know you want to bring up a topic. Yeah,
Well,
it's
rolling
about
into
the
the
Jets.
Jets, yeah.
We're not going to argue about it.
No,
'cause
we're
on
not,
the same
we're not.
page.
Adam Gase not on the hot seat. They've already said they're gonna keep him for 2020, and this just doesn't make no sense to me.
Why not?
Because
Because he sucks.
any other coach in that position would be on the hot seat right now. Pat
mean,
Shurmur is on the hot seat
Look,
right now.
I know you like to make fun of me about the Jets a lot, but let's be honest. Going into the season, before injuries, before anything, this was a wild card roster. This was, and I'm being completely unbiased.
This was a very talented
yes,
roster.
I'm being completely unbiased as a Jets fan.
Oh, you mean wild card as in make the wild
Yes,
card?
yeah. I meant wild card is in like a 9-7, 10-6
Okay.
team. This was a roster that was coming in with a great linebacking core, secondary a little bit shaky outside of Jamal Adams, a good defensive line, an okay offensive line, your second-year quarterback coming off a relatively promising rookie season, a top 5 running back in the NFL, and a okay receiving core. Like, nothing about this team was too spectacular, but it was a wild card. It was a talented team. It was a 9-7, 10-6 roster, and you bring in a guy like Gase, who was praised as this quarterback guru because he was the offensive coordinator for Peyton Manning's half a season in Denver, and he's praised as this quarterback guru. But look, they've had their on-field injuries, they've had their struggles, but the problem isn't so much the team as it is the coach. Now, there are situations where the coach is just the scapegoat for a team that's not playing well. But I'm sorry, like, I watch every game, and a lot of it is the play calling, and all of that starts at the head coach.
A lot of Darnold's turnovers are on him.
Yes, because
I
the
just
plays
don't
drawn up.
understand how. Why would you go out and say he's job safe for 2020?
Now let me put it to you this way: the Jets have had a lot of injuries. They're 2-7 right now.
But still,
If the Jets were, what's 2-7, 9? If the Jets were like 4-5, his job would be safe because okay, we missed our mark a little bit, but we lost Sam Darnold. We've had injuries, but we're still 4-5. We'll probably finish 7-9, 8-8, 6-10, something like that, and that's fine. But we're probably gonna finish like 3-13. I think if they finished with anything less than 11 or 10 losses, he'd be safe, and they'd give him another opportunity with a healthy team. But the team hasn't been that hurt. This is a disaster.
this is a disaster. I mean, Miami's going to be better than you this year at this
Right.
rate.
It's interesting. Well, I'm just not happy about it, man. And you know how I feel about Adam Gase. I'm not happy about it.
So if we're gonna go off of the Eagles, why don't we? I mean, not the Eagles. Sorry. If we're gonna go off of the Jets, why don't we talk about game predictions?
All right, let's
Yeah,
do
let's
it.
do it.
So we want to start with. We were talking about Baker Mayfield a minute ago. You want to talk about the Browns versus the Steelers
It's a big game tonight for the Browns.
Yeah.
before they get any further in. Right now, the Browns are up 13-0.
I was gonna call the Browns tonight. I don't like the Steelers. I
mean,
sorry.
it's not really fair for us to make a pick right now, but I guess Browns.
I had the Steelers going into it, but now it looks like the Steelers have a little bit of a comeback to make.
You know what? I'm actually going to go with Steelers.
You just gotta do everything I do.
Browns, fine.
No, I'm going with the Browns.
Making me feel bad about my first pick.
Go with your gut.
My gut says Steelers, but they're losing. So
Okay,
no,
well,
I'm sticking
hey.
with Steelers then.
Good. All right. And now talking about the Jets and the Redskins. Now,
Oh, boy.
now, hear me out.
Oh
Hear me out.
boy. Oh boy.
Listen.
Who's
listen,
starting for the Redskins? Do we know?
Listen.
Probably Haskins.
I'm hail to the Redskins all the way. You know me, but if I had to put money on it,
Oh, she's gonna do it.
what do you guys
Say it.
What do you guys think? I can't say it.
You want me to bring out the plane?
Jets, Jets. Say
Jets.
it.
Jets.
If I'm putting money on it, the Redskins have had a pretty bad run, not just this season. But boy, I don't know. I'm gonna have to go with the Jets.
Can I just say something? I have picked the Jets for every week we've done the game
Oh, but
predictions.
who called the Titans last week?
You did. That was a good
Yeah.
call. I have picked the Jets for every single game. The one game I picked the Jets to lose was the Dolphins. And I'm proud of that. So we're going with the Jets. What's next, Gabby?
I'm going Jets too.
Okay, the Jaguars against the Colts.
Colts. No Minshew.
I'm going with the Colts, too.
I was gonna say the Colts. Okay, that seems like we're across the board pretty good on that one. Cowboys versus the Lions.
Lions.
Oh, wait.
Who's home?
I hope my suite is listening right now because there's a couple living in my building, and the boyfriend's a Lions fan and the girlfriend's a Cowboys fan. So
Oof.
I'm friends with both of them. Lions.
I'm gonna have to go with Cowboys. Again, going against the Redskins, but I got Cowboys 100%.
I guess it depends if Dak does his little warm-up dance or not.
Okay, what about the Bills against the Dolphins?
I'm gonna go Bills,
I'm going with the Bills.
I had Bills.
but I think it's gonna be a close one.
I think so too. I have a weird feeling it's gonna be a tight game.
I think Bills have got it by a mile.
Under 20. Like both teams are gonna be under 20 points.
Okay.
You think so?
Yep.
So this one I'm a little bit iffy on. The Texans against the Ravens. I would go with the Ravens with my gut, but I don't
Texans
know.
just got someone in free agency.
Who'd they
Just
get?
Vernon Hargraves.
Did they really?
Tampa Bay cut him. He was the first round pick in 2016.
That's interesting.
So it's something to keep your eye on. What was your pick though, Gabby?
I don't know. I feel like I have the Ravens at first, but the Texans quarterback is darn good. So I guess it's like I have to ask, or if the question
Who's
is,
home?
I don't know.
Let's see.
I think the question is, can their quarterback beat the Ravens? Because the Ravens have been a powerhouse this season, I'd
They
say.
got the MVP and Lamar Jackson on their team.
So I think it's just
I'm going with the Ravens.
I'm gonna go Ravens too. Ravens are home.
okay. Okay.
You going Texans?
I don't know.
You gotta make a pick.
I know.
I'm gonna add these up at the end of the year.
Do you write them down?
I have them on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
Someone's been really paying attention to my work, right? Yeah, thanks for that, Gabby.
Hey, you're the one viewer so far. Okay. I wish I could see.
Yeah, you can see if you actually watch them on YouTube.
Okay.
God,
I'm gonna go with.
Work my butt off.
Now you have to edit from an SD card too, so. We'll go.
She's just shooting me down tonight.
We'll go. To disagree with you tonight, I'm gonna go with the Texans.
Yeah, what else is new?
Falcons and Panthers.
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 I had
Kyle Allen.
Panthers 100%.
Oh, okay, keep going, but I gotta mention something before we
Oh, okay.
finish.
What?
Cam Newton to the Bears. What do we think about that? Real quick.
I love Cam Newton to the Bears.
I like it too.
I think it's a perfect
I just
fit.
want to see what Mike was gonna say about it.
I don't
think-
even really like
we
him
can
as
talk
a
about it
player.
next week.
I think it's a
See,
perfect
that's
fit.
surprising. He's a high energy player. I thought you'd like feed off that.
It's yes, I love the high energy play, but I don't like the attitude.
He is cocky.
Very.
I love his post game outfits though.
But that's a
I wish I could have his wardrobe.
that's a talk for another time.
Yeah,
Saints Buccaneers.
I'm gonna go
I'm
Saints.
gonna go see it.
As much as I love saying Buccaneers, I'm gonna go with the Saints. Okay, Broncos and the Vikings.
See, I think this is gonna be another close game.
Vikings.
Surprisingly, but I'm gonna go Vikings.
I had Vikings. Okay, Cardinals and 49ers. Now, the 49ers have had past two games have been pretty darn close. But what do we think?
I'm thinking Niners. At least 7-point lead.
Yeah, me too.
I think they're gonna be up for most of the game, and then Kyler's gonna try to make a comeback, but it's not gonna be enough time.
No, I'm going with the Yeah, I gotta go with the Niners. I
I'm
can't believe
with
they
the Niners.
lost that game. By the way, dude, did you see that kick? How the Niners lost that game? That sucks.
That was a great game.
That was a great game to watch.
Too bad. Okay, Patriots, Eagles.
What do you guys think?
Patriots.
This is a tough game.
I think the Eagles have been drowning, so I'm gonna go with the Patriots.
I'm gonna go Eagles here. This is gonna be my upset pick this week.
Okay. Bengals, Raiders.
Raiders. I can't pick the Bungles here.
The Bungles.
The Bungles get their first win.
Think so?
Yes.
I'm with the Raiders. I'm with Sean on this one. Okay, Bears, Rams.
I'm gonna go Rams.
I'm gonna go with the Rams too.
This is just boring. We're going across the board the whole thing.
Hey, I picked the Eagles.
Okay. Well, the Bears are awful, so Rams. Okay, last one. Chiefs, Chargers.
Chiefs. I think Phillip Rivers is done after this year. Hot take. Possibly.
We'll write that down.
What was the game again?
Chiefs, Chargers.
Oh, I gotta go with the Chiefs.
What's the Monday night game this week?
I don't know.
Why is it not ringing a bell?
Is it Wait, did you? What is it, Sean?
I'm looking for it. It is what's tomorrow? Monday's date? It would be the 18th.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the Chiefs Chargers.
It is that game.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go with the Chiefs then.
Yeah, I'm going Chiefs.
I had the Chiefs. Wow, really boring, guys, across the board. But I think that's all we have for tonight.
Yeah, I think that's a wrap
I think it's a good wrap. I like ending on the
on the picks.
And we didn't argue about the Jets. After your mean,
We did it.
After your mean comments last week.
I hope you guys watched last
Did
episode.
you see? Did you watch last episode?
Yeah,
You know what Sean said to me?
What did he say?
Sean said to me that he said this whole nice thing that I am one of the best people he's ever met.
Oh.
And I said, oh, thank you, Sean. And then he said, and ever since then, it's been a slow decline.
You gotta watch it. In all seriousness.
No, like we got into a
Sean.
screaming
got
match.
into
Like,
it.
I was leaned over,
Levels
kind of
all
yelling
the
at
way
him.
down.
Oh, it was like,
yeah, you could tell like I had to turn us down. But like last episode was probably one of the funniest episodes we've had. Actually, it was the funniest episode we've ever had.
Our fight was
Because we got into an 8-minute argument.
But we weren't like laughing during it either. Like, we were actually
and
arguing
Billy was
back
just
and
sitting
forth.
there like.
He didn't know. He didn't know where to put himself. It was uncomfortable.
Watched last episode 6.
It was
a good one.
I'm not gonna lie, it was uncomfortable.
Well, if you want to watch the last episode, check out our YouTube page and also look at our Instagram, g.o.a.t._talk. And if you want to check out our Twitter, it's g_o_a_t_talk. And that is all we have for you tonight, guys. We will see you next week.